There are a few situations that may come up on Election Day, but they still fall under the normal process. There is a section on the Roster Quick Guide under the normal process that addresses these special situations. First, if a voter has changed their name but is at the same address, they simply need to sign both names in the official roster on the signature line and then vote the normal process. Then give the voter a registration card so they can re-register with their new name. Second, the only time you will ask a voter to show identification is when they are flagged as ID required in the roster. If a voter did not provide their driver's license or last 4 digits of their Social Security number on their voter registration card, they are required to show ID at their first federal election. A complete list of the acceptable forms of identification is in the roster workstation instructions. If the voter is marked ID required, the roster clerk will ask for identification. Once they show identification, you will continue with the steps for the normal process. You do not need to notate that you saw the ID in the roster. Third, any voter who has requested a vote-by-mail ballot will have vote-by-mail printed in the remarks area of the official roster. These voters can vote the normal process in their precinct if they choose, but must bring their vote-by-mail ballot and return envelope with them and surrender them. The roster clerk will need to write surrender on the vote-by-mail return envelope and then place the envelope with the ballot inside in the white box number 2. It is important to have the voters surrender their ballot to ensure that they have not already voted. They must surrender their ballot before they can be issued another ballot. The fourth special situation is for our Automark voters. If a voter requests assistance in marking their ballot, the roster clerk will offer the Automark machine. If they choose to use the Automark, there are a few additional steps that must be taken. Automark voters will be processed through the normal process if their information matches the official roster. The roster clerk will complete the Automark ballot envelope with the precinct, ballot type, and party if applicable, and then notify the inspector. The inspector will get the proper ballot from the polling place coordinator and assist the voter if necessary. Because the voter is issued an Automark ballot and not a regular ballot, they are not tallied on the voter tally card in the official roster. The last special situation is for voters who spoil their ballot.
Hi, I made a mistake on my ballot. Can I have a new one?
Yes, can I have your ballot, please?
The ballot issue clerk will take the spoiled ballot from the voter and write spoiled in large print across the ballot. The clerk will then fold the ballot, place it in the spoiled ballot envelope, and put it in the white box number 2. They will then inform the roster or provisional clerk, if they voted the provisional process, of the voter's name and that they spoiled their ballot. The roster or provisional clerk will mark an S next to the voter's name in the remarks section of the official or provisional roster. The ballot issue clerk will then issue a new ballot and give it to the voter. Please remember that a voter cannot be issued more than one ballot at any time.
And just so you know, there's a 3 ballot maximum, so let us know if you need any help filling it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.